When he discovered her secret phone on their honeymoon, every suspicious moment suddenly made perfect sense. While she enjoyed the resort spa, he uncovered the devastating truth about the woman he'd married just days before. Instead of confronting her immediately, he spent hours documenting evidence for what would become an epic revenge strategy. Wedding photographers captured more than just happy memories. They accidentally documented his bride texting her ex under the table during their vows. These photos would become crucial evidence when he discovered her secret phone during their honeymoon. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm so grateful for all your support on my videos. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you never miss my next shocking relationship story. Now let me tell you about my unbelievable experience. Picture this, I'm on my dream honeymoon in paradise. The ocean is perfect, the resort is stunning, and I've just married the love of my life. Or so I thought, till I found my new wife's hidden phone while she was at the spa. What I discovered shocked me to my core. Hundreds of messages between my bride and her ex-boyfriend. Not just any messages, messages planning their future together, messages discussing how she had to go through with the wedding for financial reasons, messages sent just hours before she walked down the aisle. When I confronted her, she broke down, claiming she was confused and didn't mean to hurt anyone, but the damage was done. Our honeymoon was over before it truly began, and I was left wondering if anything about our relationship had ever been real. When I discovered my new wife's secret phone on our honeymoon, my world collapsed. The messages I found between her and her ex-boyfriend painted a devastating picture, one where our entire relationship was built on lies. My bride had been in constant contact with her ex throughout our entire relationship. The messages revealed that she never stopped seeing him, even continuing their affair right up to our wedding day. Some messages were sent just hours before she walked down the aisle, promising her ex that our marriage was just temporary until they could be together. But here's where it gets even more twisted. I found evidence suggesting the two were planning to drain my savings account before the eventual divorce. My wife had been gathering my financial information and sharing it with her lover. When confronted, she tried everything: denial, tears, anger, and finally begging for forgiveness. She claimed she was trapped and confused, but truly loved me. Yet the damage was irreparable. I ended the honeymoon early, flying home alone and immediately contacting a lawyer. I'm now in the process of having the marriage annulled, while dealing with the emotional trauma of such a profound betrayal. My story serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes the person closest to you might be living a complete double life. Before I discovered my new wife's secret phone on our honeymoon, there were warning signs that something wasn't right, signs I completely missed. Looking back, my wife was suspiciously protective of her phone, always keeping it face down and taking it with her everywhere, even to the bathroom. She received mysterious calls that she'd taken private, claiming they were just work. There were unexplained absences and girls' nights that would stretch until the early morning hours. She would sometimes be completely unreachable during these times. Perhaps most tellingly, she insisted on separate bachelor and bachelorette parties in different cities on the same weekend, giving her the perfect opportunity to meet with her ex without raising suspicion. Even during our wedding planning, she was strangely uninvolved, except when it came to the financial aspects and ensuring her name was added to accounts before the ceremony. The red flags were there all along, waving in plain sight. But as I've told friends, when you're in love, you don't want to see the truth. You make excuses because the alternative is too painful to consider. My cautionary tale reminds everyone that sometimes love truly can be blind, and that intuition shouldn't be ignored when something feels off in a relationship. After discovering my new wife's betrayal on our honeymoon, I could have spiraled into depression. Instead, I chose a different path, one that some might call the ultimate revenge. Rather than confronting her immediately, I spent a day secretly gathering evidence. Taking screenshots of the incriminating messages between my wife and her ex, I backed everything up to the cloud, ensuring the truth couldn't be deleted or denied. Then, I calmly approached my wife at our beachfront dinner and simply placed the secret phone on the table between us. Her face fell as she realized what had happened. But here's the truly calculated part. I had already contacted our wedding photographer that morning and purchased all the raw, unedited photos from our ceremony. Why? Because in many of these candid shots, my wife could be seen texting under the table during our vows and reception. I told her I would be leaving immediately, alone, and that annulment papers would be waiting when she returned home. I paid for her return flight, but upgraded my own to first class using our joint honeymoon fund. The final twist, I didn't tell anyone about the betrayal right away. Instead, I waited until she returned home to a house empty of my belongings. I didn't lose control, I just methodically removed her from my life, and that was the best revenge possible. My story of discovering my new wife's secret affair on our honeymoon has resonated with millions. But relationship experts say there were likely warning signs long before my devastating discovery. According to relationship counselors I've spoken with, sudden password changes and increased phone secrecy are among the most common red flags. Unexplained absences and inconsistent stories are another major warning sign. She would disappear for hours, with explanations that didn't quite add up. Work emergencies that couldn't be verified, or girls' nights where none of her friends were actually present. changes in intimacy patterns can also signal trouble. There was a noticeable decline in affection from my bride in the months leading up to our wedding, often with excuses of stress or exhaustion. Perhaps most telling was her lack of enthusiasm about our wedding itself. Relationship experts point out that when someone is planning a wedding to one person while emotionally invested in another, they often seem detached from the planning process, exactly as my wife was. Financial behavior changes can also be a warning sign. Thank you all for watching my shocking story of betrayal and revenge. Have you ever discovered someone was living a double life? Drop your stories in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more unbelievable relationship stories. What would you have done if you were in my shoes? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notifications. Your support helps me bring you more of these incredible true stories. Could you spot the warning signs of a cheater in your relationship? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss my weekly uploads. And if this video helped you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it.